And it is going to be the starting lineup of China. We didn't mention it earlier. Leave and Shai in the on stage here with the bench being held by Crystal at the moment. We may see a substitution later on at halftime, but it's generally been Leave and Shai to be the starting players with Crystal subbing in later, again with some exceptions. And for Australia, you know, this is going to be a map where Huss is going to show his depth of his hero pool. Australia's been running a ton of Pharah, but in Sanctum, a little bit more difficult to pull off. You can use it to concussive blast, knock people into the pit, especially with setups like what China's going to be running here with the Orisa Junkrat. Well, it's easier said than done, and Shai's going to have a lot of protection with the Orisa barrier there to knock that Pharah out of the sky.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to go straight in for the point or if they're going to play up onto the side. Mid-ground, off on the flank with the barrier. For now, Shai just going to be wrapping around, looking for someone to book their head out. Almost gets CKM there. Now, just going to be spotting out. Trying to get as many tags in as he possibly can. Build up towards that infra site, cutting around over to the right-hand side. Almost gets line onto a Kraken. And so far, being denied away.
Yeah, has not really been able to get line of sight of CKM because of the threat of the tanks committing to killing him there. So the point will be taken here first by China. They couldn't get any kills before that. They're going to have to commit to a fight now.
Yeah, just going to be handed over. Just a zipping back, trying to keep Huss topped up, but he also gets tagged. Has to be careful. Whereas Lee is just dumping these mines and these grenades all over the place and fishing for any sort of hits.
CKM may just have to swap off of this Pharah eventually if he just can't make a dent into this composition, which is the case right now. Late Young just going to send a D-Matrix up so they can reposition.
Swoop up into the sky, trying to get something. He's going to get taken down. About half HP, now charging into the back. Trying to isolate Drill, but Huss gets line of sight opened up, takes down Shai. Gushwei also going to be falling to that bio nade, so this is going to be a nice opportunity for Australia to push in onto the point and gain control. About 35% at the moment here for China, so it would be a relatively fast flip for the Australian squad. Now they're going to have some ultimates built up as well to help this defense.
Yeah, it's going to be so much easier to use the Pharah now. I think it may have backfired for Late Young to have committed up, trying to draw the aggro of the Pharah away, D-Matrix there, so that the sniper Shai would be able to position better. So now they're going to have to approach the point against a Widow who has better line of sight and the Pharah, so difficult to do. And as you mentioned, the ults that they were built, the Riptire nearly ready here, going to make it so difficult. Here's the Nano coming in first.
And jumping into the back, Primal going to get popped. They get the corner here onto Sky in the pocket. This doesn't have enough range on. Of course, he can't keep him sustained, nor going to keep alive the Widowmaker. Drill picks up a double kill. Gushwei goes down off screen, and China are going to have to regroup.
And now Leave, you know, he has the Riptire here, but it's taken him so long to build it. On the approach, the Riptire is always more difficult to utilize. That's why most of the time you see defensive Junkrat, not attack Junkrat across all maps. And, you know, even with lobbing grenades, it's very difficult. He's going to toss it out here to try to start this initiation. Very predictable, though.
Wrapping it around the back. That elevation.
Nice.
He's going to find Huss, takes him down.
Yeah, that's actually a nice pickoff there. That eliminates so much of the damage.
At least could force out the res from Cluster. Not sure if he's going into position. Seems like he is still just going to be playing for the majority of the squad here. Still goes far forward. It's chunked out. And he can stay alive as Shai. He's going to flip around to the side. Gets the shot onto Pump as he drops the bomb. No remech for him. And now it's going to be China pushing back, gaining control yet again.
You can see the impact it makes when the sniper is eliminated. It looks like Custa was, as you say, more focused on keeping the team alive. He popped the Valkyrie right when that happened. When you have that line of sight advantage and you don't have to worry about the enemy Widow, your tanks can be more aggressive and your Widow can get into a better position to then contest the Pharah. Huss will make the swap now over to Sombra as CKM will move to Genji. As they don't have a lot of time here and because they have that disadvantaged position in terms of line of sight, it's better for them to try to dive this more directly. Building an EMP is certainly feasible with 30% left to go here.
The Riptire now online here for Leave as he plays very far forward up towards this initial choke. Just going to go ahead, not waste too much time with this Riptire. Pulls it out. Gonna wrap it around. Sees a Winston. Will just go ahead and take down Trill. Knows that there's no way for a res to come through as Custa has swapped over onto that Zenyatta.
Yeah.
No worries about that. Just gets rid of him. Buys them more time as they approach 90%. Australia's going to have to get in onto this point.
And Huss hasn't been able to build any of his EMP, unfortunately. They've just been gate kept out here. That Riptire means Trill doesn't have a Primal, and he won't have a Primal for contest, so it's a really nice target.
Punk's already been knocked out. The Mega Kraken going down. Shine finds the shot. The Baby Diva also going to be eliminated here. And Australia desperately tries to get a flip. Still building up for that EMP, but it looks like he's not going to be able to get that in time, if at all. As the members of Australia just drop around him. They will all go down, and China closes one out 100-66 on Sanctum.
Yep. So very great start for them. nice control of line of sight and Riptire usage there. 2 major picks. The first onto Huss, of course, to eliminate line of sight for the Widow. The second there onto the Winston, guaranteeing that it would not have to deal with Primal Rage for the point contest. Knowing when he used it previously, at this level of play, you keep it in your mind where that Winston Primal Rage is, and he was at about 50%. Even if you're a little bit off in your calculations in your head, you're probably thinking somewhere between 30 and 70, right? We killed him. We're at 99% now. There's just no way they break through this choke without a bad fight, and that's what Australia unfortunately had to take. Compositionally, we're moving into Village now, obviously, so more GOAT style coming up from China. Australia already preemptively countering it once again with their Pharah that they love so much.
Yeah, not going to be seeing the Moira here. It's going to be the variation with Ana in the mix. The bio grenade really can help bump up those HP bars very rapidly, but Australia is still going to be trying their hand. That's this Winston Pharah composition. Junkrat in the mix. We'll see Huss be as impactful this time around.
Yeah, Ana can be so great against Pharah too, compared to a Moira. That extra damage, the sleep dart potential to shut down barrages. By taking the brunt of this damage, gonna have to rotate back behind Douche now.
I mean, no one's dying, but they are getting a lot of charge over CKM, so if he can set him up properly with that barrage, it'd be huge. And now, already Lucio gonna be eliminated here. Huss finds that opening shot, but Young going low, loses out on the mech. The tire comes in, finishes off the Baby Diva, and now that's gonna be the go button here for Australia as they spill forth into the point. Barrage comes down, they'll get rid of him. The team wipe comes through. Quick flip here for Australia.
Two-pronged ultimates. You know, you have the threat of the tire and the grenades coming from one side. You have the rockets and the barrage coming from the other. There's only so much you could do as a Reinhardt in moments like this. China, after losing the point, knowing approaching versus a Pharah is virtually impossible. They're going to try to counter, moving over to the Winston, and they have the McCree to knock CKM out of the sky, so he's going to have to play a little bit more passively. He's going to look for the counter rockets here, already predicting where he would approach the flank. Smart play here by CKM.
Right now the points being given up for free. They finally go over to contest this one. CKM going aggressive over to the side, trying to get some hits there onto Leaf, get rid of that McCree. Be unable to do so for now, but he's still playing around the sidelines, self-protected. Takes a tag, drops down to the low ground, goes slow. In the meantime, back on the point. It's going to be a nano boost on in onto Punk as Young gets popped out of his mech again. CKM comes up with the kill off screen onto Shy. Dash forward, just trying to finish off that Baby Diva, but Young is just spamming away. Punk's just going to dump the ultimate so he can make it back into the mech. Now sound barrier out from China, trying to continue this fight, trying to get this flip guaranteed. Deadeye is set to go, can help try to zone them off the point as the bubble from Troll has already been used. Meanwhile, he's wreaking havoc in the back lines with his Primal Rage. Flashbang comes in, almost goes down, but the pocket is there, and Costa keeps him up.
And this just forces Leave off of the point as well. He has to back off to peel for his teammates. He's got tons of burst, but CKM predicting so correctly where Eviltal and Leave would rotate around, did so much damage, really limited what McCree is able to do here. Now Huss has this EMP ready. Australia has all the tools here in their war chest to shut down a push. They're taking a two-pronged approach now, but again, it's predictable. Leave, Huss knows exactly where he's going to be. He's looking for the Zen now.
Okay, but that's going to be the rally thrown down by Shy, but Sky was nowhere nearby, so they didn't get the armor onto the Zenyatta, which makes him that much easier of a target for Huss. The EMP comes down, the shields go away, and he just melts. Really weird communication and play by China there with that rally call, not using it in the fight where everyone could benefit. Now CKM here with the barrage, throws that one down, picks up two, the Baby Diva and Shy, both going to be falling. 85% for Australia as they try to get control back. Wait, he gets slapped up, pops up into the air, comes back down, already at half, has that Primal Rage. See if he wants to use it to try to delay. Answer is going to be yes. Sky rejoins, has that Transcendence up. A Kraken and Huss both going to be going down. Two members on the side of Australia falling to the wayside as China tries to gain control, tries to maintain it rather, and gain the advantage. But Drill is trying to turn their luck around. Comes in, gets rid of Leave. Sky going to be eliminated. The bomb coming down from Punk, not going to find a kill, but will knock Young out of the mech. And Drill is there to go ahead and pick up the actual blow onto that Baby Diva, taking him out. China suffering heavy losses. Australia get the foot. Now they're at 90%.
Yeah, they're looking fantastic here. They just know that China is running this split with Leave moving over with the supports to try to flank and do that extra damage. They've shut it down every time. All they have to do is win one more fight. It looks like they will do just that.
Yeah, going in deep. That's just going to be so many members. 3 already dead. Trill hopping out as he falls down to about half. Going to be rejoining with his squad. Will get taken out by Sky, but China very much hurt here, wounded, as Australia sees that OT bar tick away. Shy tries to get one last tag in, but he's not going to have it.
Australia, and particularly CKM and Huss, know that in order to get value out of this McCree pick, you cannot just run McCree in with your tanks at the front door. if you do that, you're basically giving extra free damage to the Pharah. You're basically saying, okay, well, we're going to be damaging your tanks and building barrage while also limiting what McCree can do, because you can't really hide back there, so you have to flank. They had that in mind, and twice they were able to shut him down. The first time CCAM just putting body rockets on him so he couldn't get into the position. Second time they committed the EMP, killed the Zenyatta immediately while doing so, and that meant that Leave was left out to dry. They killed Sky so many times that Discord Orbs were readily not available for Leave, meaning he couldn't pick off Trill when he was primaling. That's the burst they were looking for, not just to knock the Pharah out of the sky, but to help deal with Trill. Now they're going to try to run it again here with Brigitte for some counter dive, and also can be quite great against annoying Sombras in the back line. But once again, they're going to have to get him into position. This is a better map for him, rotating with the tanks though, as opposed to flanking, which failed for him on Village.
Rockets coming down, CKM trying to build up the barrages so far, have been quite good from him. No layering in a lot of damage, no kills to be found on either side yet. Jump in over onto the left-hand flank here from Trill, leading the charge, falls low, will get taken out. Lead finds that shot. Sort of the enemy Winston, and now the point going to be locked in for China to kick things off. A good look for them as they look to go ahead, get that 2-1 victory. Costa, oh, goes so low, and he manages to make it out with his life. But as I say that, the caster curse rings true. Late Young scoops him the kill.
Yep, but this is what you and I like to call from Contenders Korea, the protect the McCree comp, where you have this massive burst glass cannon hero that does tons of damage if protected correctly, has Discord Orbs to make sure heroes like Winston, like D.Va, cannot approach and dive him because they will simply die in the process. Huss going to swap over this, this Widowmaker now to try to basically instantly kill him, or at least wear the tanks down that are protecting him, but no dice so far. He's actually flanking.
Yeah,
he's got a Deadeye.
He is very sneaky, has the Deadeye, gets the right click in, on the back of the flashbang, and the Kraken will fall.
Look at that
Australia,
burst.
nothing they could have done to save his life, and CKM also going to go down. Custa, Trill, need I name more, all going to be falling. China is already over 50%.
You just don't expect the flanking McCree. He has the armor from the previous rally now, but he had the burst armor from Shy when he was going for the flank. Trill dove in, but you can see Trill's health went from 100 to 20 so quickly with the Discord orb on him, and Leave is just doing so well at shutting down his tank up. Now they have basically the big six. Sure, Shy doesn't have a rally, but he's already used one. The rally armor is still there, so you can think of this as 6 ultimates.
And one of the reasons that Leave can actually get away with sneaking around like that is because it is to protect the McCree. As I say that, double Deadeye kill coming through. It's to protect the McCree, so they expect him to be playing with the majority of the squad on the point.
And they didn't have vision.
It doesn't really occur to you, what if he's flanking us right now?
That's right, they didn't have vision either. And now he gets this Deadeye kill as Australia's forced to try to do damage. They're forced to try to go up into the high ground, but he's got the Deadeye ready. One ultimate used. They still hold the other 4. How could Australia hope to break through? It's going to have to be on the back of a Primal Rage. There's no nano boost.
It's going to have to be on the back of some insane mechanics here. Pump leads the charge, loses the mech, going to have to dump that self-destruct just to try to make it back in. He will be able to do so successfully. Now it's going to be the Primal Rage out. Lead, however, has already gotten rid of one threat. Custa is going to be eliminated. Into the back goes Gooshway. Has Custa completely locked in the room. Will be able to take him out. Follows up for the other supporter. Kraken going to be going down. And he is not done yet. Just chases deep. Gets absolutely everybody. This guy has been on fire all weekend long. And at least for now here, with Nepal going the way of Australia, they are not locked into BlizzCon. Denmark maintain their hopes.
Denmark 1 for 4 in terms of BlizzCon implications here outside of this series. But China just showing a clinic on how to run McCree on especially that final map there. Because you can flank when you know how they're operating around the far. You know how they want to dive and get those follow-up kills with the Winston. Because usually what you do is you chip someone down to say 40 to 60% health. That's when you feel like you're in the kill range where you toss the Winston in and you commit to the fight. Yeah. Barrage notwithstanding. So in those moments, McCree flashbangs the Winston. Then you have the Brigitte stun onto the Winston. There's a Discord orb on that Winston, so Primal Rage or no, he just doesn't last very long.
Make a checklist here to figure out all of the things.
I mean,
all of the conditions.
When you start to get frustrated too and you're not maintaining vision, that's when Leaf's going to sneak up on you and get you. They were able to track him very well on Village. They knew exactly how he was going to try to flank and they shut him down. But this time, it worked out way better because they were so focused, almost tunnel visioned on getting onto that point, getting those follow-up kills after the rockets came through.
Well, that's 1 in the bag for China. 2 more to secure the victory. 3 more if they want to knock Australia out of BlizzCon and just hand that one over to Denmark on a silver platter. I think they'd be very grateful if that were to happen. But let me pitch you the storyline, Wolf.
All right.
We got several more maps to go. It's Game 4, Escort. Australia hasn't picked up anything yet. They need 1 win to qualify. It's their map choice for Escort.
Junkertown. It could happen.
You know?
It certainly could happen.
If they don't pick up anything until the final map, it is 100% going to be a Junkertown pick.
Wow.
And if they lose on that, then, you know, I guess, you know, BlizzCon's just done.
They
just don't get to go there.
They could also feel more comfortable with Rialto and take us to Rialto because they're trying to go to BlizzCon.
would love that so much.
He certainly would.
Before, we're getting ahead of ourselves, obviously, here, talking about Escort. But first, we have to worry about Hybrid, going to be the map selection here for the Aussie squad. Where do we think that they are going to go? We know that they like to run the Pharah quite a lot for CKM, but he can also operate on things such as the Genji.
So my guess is that, well, we just got actually the confirmation. It will be King's Row. I was going to say it's probably going to be King's Row.
I was looking at you.
Or the Numbani pick, because Numbani Pharah can be quite strong there. Hollywood, totally not viable, because if you try to run the Pharah there, you're going to have problems with Widowmaker. And I don't think that Australia is very comfortable countering that, although we know Huss is a very good Widowmaker player. It gets a little bit uncomfortable, I think, when you're trying to utilize too many different compositions for a map. Australia has been, in my opinion, a team that's shown us the most versatile strategies throughout the entirety of this 3-day group stage, be it really nice focus fire early game on Lijiang, what they tried to do there on Nepal, for example, some of their dive strategies. Huss has coordinated Zenyatta backline dives with Trill. Everything they've done has been really well planned out from the start, I feel like. So whatever map they, were thinking about taking us to before, I knew they were going to have a specific plan. King's Row is one of those maps where you just feel like, I think I might be able to just be better than this team. I think I can outplay them. Or you think you might be able to counter their GOATS comp, because that's what you would expect to see from China on this map.
Yeah, I mean, we already saw a little bit of it, and they did well against the GOATS comp at the start of Village, where they were able to shut them down, and then we had to see the swap come through from China. So maybe that's going to be the game plan. Try to just bake them in, say, like, yes, of course, run this composition, do the 3-3 that everyone loves to do on this map, and then just try to crush them with the Pharah, maybe even throw a, something like a Junkrat into the mix, try to get a pick off. But time will tell. We'll see how that is going to play out. Apparently, we had the King's Row confirmation.
Yeah,
said.
yeah. King's Row is confirmed.
I didn't get to see it. I was looking at your beautiful face, so I didn't see that one pop up on the screen. But King's Row, it shall be.
Yeah, it's King's Row. For those just tuning in, it is China leading with a 1-0. The final implications here are that if China gets a 4-0, Denmark goes through. Australia needs 1 win. Winner of this series, if it is China, is first place seed. If Australia gets the win, then they will, of course, take first seed as well.
Yep. Denmark, though, sitting in the back room watching this series, the biggest Chinese fans, even bigger fans of China than the ones that flew all the way from China to,
At the moment, I think
watch
so.
the players. They really got their fingers crossed. There we go. So now I could see it myself. King's Row going to be locked in on Hybrid. China, do they move up 2-0? Do they get that match point coming through? Try to get that first seed on lock, or can Australia, with their map pick, bounce back and lock in BlizzCon?
That is the big question here as we head into this one. Australia's had a great diversity of strategies, like I've mentioned before, and they will defend first. China choosing the attack first here. So they're looking to show us the very similar style they've shown and had great success with in this group stage on Anubis, with the Orisa Junkrat, the Ana with Zenyatta, very powerful pairing between Zenyatta and Widowmaker, because you can burst down tanks to try to approach. China, we'll see in just a moment as the point unlocks what they want to run on the attack, but they're going to be the squad that is going to have to respond to what Australia does. So we may just see Late Young and Shy get that information here, swap over to Goats, try to sneak around the point, get on top of that Orisa, knock her down, or it may just be their run Pharah. The other option here is the the Wrecking Ball, which can disrupt these types of setups, but let's see what they choose after they've seen what Australia is running.
Oh! All right.
Gushue, he's not a Pharah player.
Yeah,
so they're probably wondering what's going on, but we got the kill,
He's usually playing something with a little bit more HP than a Pharah, such as a Winston. So there we go. This is a bit more standard from him. But okay, triple tank on the push with Shy over onto the Tracer. Widowmaker gonna
Straight
have
dive.
a very hard time getting through these HP bars, but as I say that, he hasn't prepped. He gets the shot, and Leave is gonna go down. Huss still gonna get jumped on, so he's in the poison trap. Bio grenade helping to keep him alive, and CKM has the remote mine there to go ahead and take down Gushue.
And people usually think about triple tank as a very tanky, sustainable, slow-moving comp. This is triple tank dive, so it's pick-based. You go up onto the high ground, you get a kill with it. Because now that Wrecking Ball is in the game, you have 3 tanks that have mobility options that can get onto a high ground, whereas Roadhog, Orisa, Reinhardt cannot. Here's the Wrecking Ball jumping
Try
up.
that one again, gets halted in actually for the pull, and Huss again just finds the shot, getting rid of the hamster.
Yeah, when that first tank goes down, the push is over. They get a tick though.
Oh, yep, Riptire gonna be coming through. Gushue getting chunked out, but had that primal rage up, so he does survive. Same cannot be said for Shy or Lei Young as they both fall. Punk, dangerously low, 39 HP, gonna be wrapping around, trying to keep himself safe. Now we'll have the healing coming through, so he'll be fine. In all of the chaos, China has picked up a single tick on the point, but this is still looking like a very strong defense from Australia.
I like that they're able to sneak that through, but they're gonna run this once again. Gushue actually used the primal. It's not gonna swap heroes. Once you get pile driver, you get on high ground. Australia has reposition though. It's gonna force them to drop down and move around the right side here. If they can grab the kill onto CKM, that would be massive, but it's easier said than done with all this protection.
This is really good for China because they're forcing Australia out of cover.
Yes.
To the best of their ability. If they can get them completely out in the open, that's
Nice.
going to be huge for them. Oh, a Kraken gonna go low, and Leaf has to follow up on the pile driver to go ahead and get that killing blow stick coming through. That's going to be Drill going down, but Huss is trying to pick up the pieces. Runs one onto the Lucio.
Gets a
It's going to be
second.
Lei Young going down. Another shot comes in, gets Gushue in the mid-air. Leaf picks up CKM, now going to be looking for Huss. Dropping his way back in, grapple to the side, grapple hooks all over the place, but Huss will survive and Australia maintains control.
Huss, this is not the first time he has done this here in Bangkok, and I don't think it'll be the last. Leave taking so much damage on the approach.
Yeah, hasn't popped that adaptive shield yet. Now it's going to be Huss getting taken down off the bat. Supercharger thrown in. Lei Young just focus firing that one. Gets the heck out of there. Manages to stay alive. He's going to fall to the bio nade. Gushue falling low. Riptire could go ahead and finish him off, and it's going to get 2 of them. Takes the Lucio down with him. Shy dipping and dodging around the backhand side. Going to get some rockets to the back of the head. Will get taken out in Australia. Can they do this? 1 minute and 5 remaining. China getting ready to be full health. They have so many ultimates in the war chest, however, but Australia looking on fire.
So much of this has been a Kraken who's been pocketing Huss, keeping him alive when he's low. Huss is just doing the work, hitting the headshots, but the Kraken is allowing this to happen. He got that sleep on Gushue earlier. The guy is empowering him right now. This is really one of China's last chances here.
Costa almost gets popped, but Shy goes out with a recall. The bomb comes out. Lei Young manages to buy in 1. Low bomb from CKM takes down Gushue. Punk going to be taken out.
Can't deep remake.
Drill is falling dangerously low. Now he's going to be dead. There's no tank, no enemy tracer. China are going to go ahead and get this cap, but a significant drain to this time bank here at the hands of this Australian defense.
Yeah, very well done by China. This is the corralling, as I like to call it. Everyone got sucked into that choke just to the right of the phone booth there. And Fire Rocks are going to do a lot of damage when they're hitting everybody, getting those denials there. For example, preventing Punk to remake after the self-destruct, preventing anyone else from exiting that area, further just making sure that China had positional advantage. And they do so without using Gushue's primal rage, so very nice for China, despite, as you mentioned, the lack of a time bank. But they're definitely still in this one. The barrage could be used if they can, force Punk once again out of that mech. Otherwise, he's going to be holding this one for a little while.
Poking out here for now. Trying to weaken Punk as much as he can. Transcend is now going to be coming out of Costa, keeping everybody alive as they take the fight over to the cart. The Kraken cannot get there in time to stay in the mix. Both Ana's going to be eliminated. CKM tries to stay alive, but it's not going to happen. Also not going to be building up very rapidly for that Dragon Blade. 34% for him. See how he manages as time goes on, but this is just going to be cleanup duty here for China. As they go ahead and finish off these remaining members. Huss going to jump back right at the last second, try to keep himself alive.
They followed him, though.
Keep moving forward. They spotted him out. Not as sneaky as he would have liked. Will be eliminated.
Yep, just really nice tracking there of his positioning by China. Probably just saw the translocator that just chased him out there. He has the EMP nearly ready, and it is going to be ready for contest, which is absolutely massive, especially when you consider that China doesn't have a counter support ultimate for the EMP. But they need to make sure they are forced to use it in a bad fight when that barrage comes down. I love the flank setup here. They're going to look for the back line.
And push around the side, and the hack going to be coming down. Shy just getting swung on there by CKM, who has swapped over onto the Brigida. Managed to take him out. Which falling as well. Australia can push forward to gain some control over the cart.
Fairly expensive there with the two ultimates used, the Nano and the EMP, but I think it's worth it when you know China's got this weak of a time bank. You prevent the Primal Rage and that advantage that China has for contest.
Yeah, you want to drain as much as possible.
Yeah.
But also two of the fastest building ultimates that they have for their team as well. So
now just kind of using Punk to absorb these rockets as they get a move forward.
Leave gonna drop the barrage. He's pretty far away. Punk trying to deny that out, but said we'll just get popped out. Shy is there to squeeze the kill. Onto the pilot form, Diva. Takes him out. Australia, and they reapproach this. They still have that Primal Rage sitting on Drill. He's gonna go low, pops it right in the last second as he's up in the air. Self-destruct out from
No
late
one's on
Young.
the
Not
card.
gonna find anything. Kusta will get eliminated. Now Leave. Finds another one as Huss and CKM all fall. It's really just Drill versus the world at the moment. The Primal Rage will expire. The bubble will shatter. He's gonna die, and that's gonna be a point B push here for China.
And China, especially Leave, just found all the holes in Australia's setup there, and they spilled through like water. He knew that Punk had his defense matrix on cooldown after aggressively coming forward to contest the cart, so knew that when the barrage came down, even straight into a Diva, he'd get the D-Mech. Then he was able to find those rockets there after Trill dove forward. There was no bubble, there was no protection, just doing massive damage. Now it's going to switch over to Brigitte, and probably after a Prima, we'll see that Reinhardt Zarya coming through from China to try to end this map. Things are looking pretty dire for Australia all of a sudden.
Bomb into the back, not going to find the pick off there on a Shy. Grapple over to the side, and Husk is half to death here. This way plays very far forward. Transcendence out from Kusta, trying to keep everybody topped up. Dragon's going to go low. Throws out the nano boost. Who's going to be on? Looks like it's going to be Drill. Now has that primal, and he's going to pop it. Get the core in onto Sky. Able to burn down that Ana. Rejoining over onto the cart. Going to keep this one in contention. Both tanks collapsing. They managed to take down Shy. Australia stabilizing here for the moment. And China has 41 seconds remaining on the clock.
See if Gouche switches over to the Reinhardt here. There's not a lot of time. He's definitely not going to be able to build a Shatter, so maybe the speed of Winston is going to be what he prefers. But because he used the Primal Rage, sustainability is not really an option. All they're going to have is the armor coming through from the rally, which I think Lieb has to use mid-fight here. He can't pre-rally in this situation. And Husk could just shut it all down with a single well-placed EMP. Good position here. Hidden, detected for a moment.
Yeah, that's going to be the Emperor sight coming through. So they know exactly where he's at. He's going to jump back, wait for it to expire, and then try to get the setup. 3 seconds remaining.
Okay, here it comes.
Us is going to get eliminated. But EMP not going to get anything. But that is just going to be it. They time out. They just...
I'm pretty sure that they were just off of the cart, in fact, as the EMP came through.
Yeah.
And there was a heavy dive, so they were not tagging it.
What's that called again? A D11, Wolf?
Yeah, D11, maybe it's D10. I'm not entirely sure if that's a tax form or if that's the technical term we have for this in Overwatch.
Okay.
Well, we'll take a look at some of this incredible accuracy here on the point A defense, which did, in fact, buy a lot of time. But yeah, they were not on the cart. They stepped off during that fight, and the EMP was solid there from Huss. And even though he died, the amount of resources he drew, and let's be real, a small mistake from China in terms of awareness on who was standing on the cart will cost them that final push.
I mean, that could cost them the map potentially. And that could be Australia punching their ticket to BlizzCon.
That's right. I mean,
off of a botch.
They have a completion on Kings Row. That's all they need right now. And it's not even their last opportunity, but
sure,
it's the closest they've been since Nepal. So as you can see here, the cart did not complete and was just simply China stepping off.
I'd like to think that we were going to have a replay of that, but it would be too much of rubbing it in their faces. So we just decided to show that Huss is pretty good at Widowmaker instead.
Yeah. And, you know, the reality of the situation is that sometimes in chaotic moments like this, especially when an EMP goes down.
I mean, your communication's all over the place.
Yeah. And Lucio's trying to hide because he wants to keep his, you know, for example, Lucio, who's often on the cart, is trying to hide to get a barrier up because the EMP is coming. So he's not on the cart. You think he's on the cart because you always have that in your mind, like our supports or our Diva are on the cart to make sure that we have this. So yeah, these things do happen. Australia looking to run the same dive they've run on this map and Anubis for point A, which is Huss and CKM running the Sombra Genji. Really good coordination thus far with Huss and Trill to kill the backline. No Zenyatta in this composition, obviously, but Ana, Sky in this case, will have to be careful. Shy as well. Prime target if they find him, and they do.
Sneaking around. Dropping down, wrapping around the backhand side. CKM as well. Spotting out, poking his head to the other side of the Alderworth. up onto the high ground. Drill. Keeping it really up in the air here as far as what the game plan is for Australia and when that go button is going to be pressed.
Huss is just one of the greatest cases for reworked Sombra, man. He's just like, you never know where he is. Look at where he is right now. He's so far away.
Okay, seems like China getting a little impatient. They push forward over to the Cho. Now Punk is going to be isolated. Sleep Dart comes down. He'll be able to lock him up, get the elimination. A good start to this defense, but Shy gets stomped out off screen.
Yep. They're just coordinating with Huss and CKM to kill these backline heroes, but unfortunately in this case it just gives them ult charge, not really anything else too significant. They have the faster respawns, however. It's going to take some time to try to get back. In fact, he's switching to Tracer. He's not here.
Yeah, he's just trying to get back here as quickly as he possibly can at Kraken. Late Young, but Trill will get taken out. Right clicks coming through. CKM just going to dash in. Nearly has that blade online. Costa now going to get picked. So this is just going to be delaying Australia even more.
Yeah, just getting punished for that aggressive dive with the backline having no support, no peel, I should say. Shai just doing so much damage. Australia will have to reset. And Huss has taken a little bit longer because he's been playing very, very sneaky to get that EMP this game. ZKM will have the Nano Blade ready, but they have this answer in the Brigida. They have Sky, who, look at Sky's position all the way back in that doorway. He can't sleep dart. There's a lot of ways to shut this down, but Australia is going all in. This Blade is everything for the push.
Yep, and we have that grab. That's going to be the Nano coming in. The Blade's going to be pulled out. They're trying to focus him down. He's going to dash into the back. Reflection coming through. Hasn't got any kills. Will get moved back. In the meantime, Trill picks up a double kill. Leave and Late Young both going to be going down. Which way rejoining.
No
Shatter in the inventory. Does get rid of the Genji here. Because it's just going to be swapping over to the Lucio. Try to make it back here very quickly. EMP comes down from Huss, denying any possibility of that Shatter for the moment. And they should just be able to finish off this Ryan. They're trying to spam him off. He's actually going to be staying alive.
Goose is such a god. He was hacked that entire time. He lived by walking around the corner. No barrier, no charge. He lives on his own. As soon as he's unhacked, he gets the barrier up in the last second, gets that bio grenade from Sky. That is incredible Reinhardt play. I cannot believe he lived through everything that just happened by simply walking while hacked.
That's great backup coming through from Sky, especially with the range support spamming out those heals onto him. It's going to be the swap over on to the Pharah here from CKM yet again. Graviton Surge going to be set and ready to go. Pin this one into the wall. Costa getting jumped on by Shy in the meantime. Drill's still going to be locked up. Has not fallen yet. Jumps straight up, just trying to buy some more time. CKM comes in. Manages to find one onto the Lucio. Kraken going to be traded out. But now no Ryan. Now no Tracer here for China. As Australia is in onto the point, taking this one up, looking for the cap. And it seems like China will just allow this to happen. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Australia still have to make it to the streets face.
They certainly do. Huss has been doing so much damage this game. And it's not just in terms of his left clicks, but his ability to shut down these tanks, hack them, EMP them, and cause all this disruption on these very complex setups that China's trying to run. Shai's going to go to the McCree, so not leave this time. We saw playing hit scan earlier on Nepal. So let's see how this works out, as Leave's going to be dealing with Huss a little bit here, giving that burst armor to Shai on the Brigida. As you can see, CKM, he's got this aerial view right now. He's just trying to track where McCree is so he knows where to avoid line of sight to get those free pop shots. That wasn't ideal, but he is able to get away.
Us trying to be sneaky. Get found out. Leave is able to take him down. Barrage now online for CKM. He's getting tagged up, so can't really get into a prime position for that. And would probably like to wait for that EMP. But this is going to be the go button here for China as they shove forward. Get the break onto Punk's mech. Quite catch how much ult charge, 51%, so he's going to be very grateful that they finished him off and didn't force him to swap out.
And this is one of those moments where the EMP is not ready because of that kill from Leave while Huss was harassing to build it. He's back to the cart at the moment, though. China's going to have to get back here. The spawn camping, but Huss is getting free push.
Okay, they finally figured this one out. Sky checks it out.
Now let's get
a little bit of cheeky distance here. They look for the hack again. Late Young, he's going to get popped out of that mech and finished off.
I think this is way worth it for Australia, though. China definitely overextended here.
Shy finds two. Costa and CKM both getting taken down. Still now going to get stunned up. Finds one on the lead. Shui going to get slept way in the back. Kill that eye comes through. They'll be able to burn him down, but now they have to make it over to the cards. A minute and 35 remaining on the clock. Still have to make it to B, and then have to go through the final stages. This Foundry to try to make it just shy of C to get that win and confirm BlizzCon.
I think that had Punk been pushing the cart throughout that entire re-kill, it would have been way better for Australia, but they've got this EMP ready now. Gonna drop it from the high ground.
Throws it down, catches so many members of China. Drill's not coming through yet, but the cart's still rolling forward. Now going to be halted 2 meters away, and Shy opens things up, finds a kill onto a Kraken. But Punk is feeling pretty vengeful as he goes ahead and takes down that McCree. Gusta now going to be dead right as the red comes out. Drill going to be taken out. Barrage comes in from CKM, manages to find the Winstons in exchange on those. They still have not gotten the cart into B. The rollback now coming through. China maintains control.
China just keeps trading up. They have the faster respawns here. The Resident Eye failed, but they still get the kill onto Custa. Every kill means so much when, as Australia, you have to walk all the way to the contestation point, whereas China comes directly out of that spawn. So much advantageous is trading. Say a 1-for-1 or a 2-for-2 is China versus Australia taking similar trades. And it's difficult to use this far now against the McCree. It's tough to get line of sight, not to mention there are buildings in the way. But if you show yourself, you're going to get knocked out of the sky. They have to push now, and the EMP's already been used. Look at how much burst there is in a McCree.
I mean, he's already got another Deadeye ready to go. CKM taking that tag. He's going to be handing it over to him. 100%. Shots coming through, and he just takes him right out of the sky. Now you have to pick if you're Custa, which one do you want to res? Your other healer, your Winston, or your Pharah? The answer is going to be the Ana, but the damage is done because Custa's now dead. A Kraken going to fall, and China look to deny away yet again from Australia. That confirmation, that ticket to BlizzCon, as they hold this cart just in front of B. Punk comes back in, but he is just going to get chewed right out of that mech, taken down as they look for the 2-0.
It's going to be it. They're pushed off. Overtime will tick down. Trill blocked away, and China is halfway to guaranteeing BlizzCon's spot. And for Australia, they're half dead in the water with this. After one map, you know, no one's concerned. After 2 maps, though, especially a hold like this one in Streets phase, which is so rare, you're starting to feel a little bit more panic. The McCree play from Shy was so good, and it's crazy. We have to talk about the fact that he wasn't the player playing it early. They have 2 McCree players on their roster, and that's because McCree has always been a staple of the Chinese region. You know, in APAC, in contenders, China, McCree has always been meta from the beginning of time. McCree is recently buffed, and they're just able to utilize comps around the McCree, bursting down Trill, making his life so difficult on that Winston right now, not to mention the Pharah, of course. In that high range, McCree is more powerful than he was before at knocking things like a Mercy out of the sky, killing that Pharah, getting that long range damage done. And that's how they played it, and they played it so well.
So that is one map choice from Australia out of the way. China able to get that victory. 2 more. 2 more chances really here for Australia to try to pick up the win. Maybe the Junkertown Escort has to be the staging ground for it. Not sure, but China are plowing forward. They want that first seed. Guys, we're not done yet. We're halfway through the series, but more coming up right after the break, so don't go anywhere.